Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I am sharing, this is actually a Hershey's chocolate bar box, but look at how cute it is. I love using the envelope punch board on these boxes. It makes it really elegant looking. So this is the box. You can actually fit two of the regular Hershey's chocolate. You may even be able to fit three if you squeeze them in there, but you can fit two of these in there, or you can probably fit two of the almond ones, because the almond ones are thicker, so that's why this box is a little bit thicker, because personally I like the ones with the almonds in it. I just happened to pick up the milk chocolate ones, but I like the ones that have the almonds in it. So I made it a little bit bigger so it would fit the Hershey's with the almonds in it. So this is what I'm sharing today, and it's really, this is like more of an adult gift, I would say, because it just is more elegant looking than some of the other boxes that I share. But yeah, this is what we're going to make today. So let's get started. Alright, what you're going to need for this is some cherry cobbler. This is 9 inches by 7.5. And then you are going to need some silver foil. And the silver foil is, foil paper is 3 inches by 8.25. Then you're going to need some shaded spruce. The shaded spruce is 2 3/4 by 8.5. I love this. This is my new go-to for the holidays. Look how gorgeous it is with the cherry cobbler. And then for the whisper white, you're going to need a piece that is 2.5 by 8.5, and this is what we're going to stamp our sentiment with. And then the stamp set I'm using is the Sincerely Santa. This is one of my favorite ones this year. The sentiments are big, and it is just, they all are so cute. This one's from Santa, open on the December 25th. And I love just the to and from, the joy to the world, and fa la la la. You can use any of these on this box. And then this little accent right here is really pretty too. And then for the little holly leaves, I'm going to use the Alpine Sports Thinlits. And I'm just using the little holly here. I love this framelit set because the stamp set doesn't have this little sleigh in it, but it has the frame, the thinlit for it. And I love these old-fashioned sleighs. It does have the one for this where you can stamp in the snowshoe and the skis, but the little sleigh, old-fashioned sleigh itself, it doesn't have a stamp for it, but it does cut it out. And if you are subscribed to my newsletter and getting the 12 weeks of Christmas, you will see me use that in a project. Alright, so I'm going to pull that out so I'll have it handy. Then I'm using some of our festive farmhouse cotton twine. I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. And then I am using this shaded spruce from our metallic ribbon combo pack. So you get both colors. You can see I've used this shaded spruce a ton. I love this one. The shaded spruce is such a pretty color. So that's what we're using for the bow. And then you'll need some red rhinestones. And I've been going through these like crazy. I love these for this time of year. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, you need an extra piece of shaded spruce for your little holly. The first thing I'm going to do is I'll bring the big shot up here and cut out the holly, because that's the only thing that we're going to cut out with the big shot. And I could have done that ahead of time, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and bring it up here, and we're going to cut that out. So you're just going to need, your platform. That's the magnetic one I'm using, a plate, and then we're just going to run this little one through. So that'll be it for the big shot. You can hand cut these if you don't have this framelit. You can hand cut some holly. I've done that before, or if you have another punch or a framelit you can use that. We're only going to use the solid ones. So I am going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And then we'll bring in the cherry cobbler, and we will bring in the Simply Scored, and we will score this. So we are going to score this on the 7.5 inch side. I am going to grab my piece of wax paper and rub it along my cardstock. This is a good trick for letting your stylus will glide over your cardstock a lot easier. So on the 7.5 inch side, we're going to do it at 1/2, at 3, 4, and 6.5. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to score it on the 9 inch side at 1, 1.5, 2, and 8. And we are done. Alright, so hopefully you can see that where we're at here. And the first thing we're going to do is, this is the top of our box. So we are going to just cut off this long one right here. And I'm going to cut in there. And then we're going to cut up each one of these bottom ones, and this is our bottom flaps. I'll just cut a little bit off of there. And then we are ready to start punching this. So let me grab my envelope punch board. And on the envelope punch board, what we're going to do here is we are going to fold that first, and there are 3 lines here. Now you want to line up this little point here on your envelope punch board to this mark right here. It will measure 1/2 right here. So if you line it up to the 1/2, you'll be good. And then we're going to punch it, and then we're going to move it to the next one. And then we're going to go again. And we are going to do this one also. And I believe we have to do this end, yes. Okay, so that is all we're going to do with the envelope punch board. And what I do is I start folding it in Mountain Valley style, so it helps this to fold in when we're going to seal it. So what I'm going to do is grab some fast fuse, use some, either your fast fuse or your tear and tape, which that's what I would use if I didn't have any more fast fuse, which there is a sale going on the fast fuse is in the clearance. They got another supply in, so if anybody loves a fast fuse, I think it's still available. I think it's going fast. So if you want to get any, you're going to want to check out our clearance rack. You can go to my blog and shop from my blog, and here is my hostess code. So we are just lining that up, and then we have our box. Now you want to put your chocolates in first. You can actually untie it and get your chocolates out that way, or you can open up the bottom of it when you're done. It's all your choice. If you want to preserve the box, then you can open it from, just undo the ribbon and get your chocolates out. Alright, so this is going to be the front of my box. I'm going to grab the shaded spruce and some of my cherry cobbler. These are so pretty together too. And we are going to tie a bow. I'm keeping them both on their spools because I don't want to waste it. I need to do it this way because I'm doing it backwards. So I need to do it upside down here. And you can squeeze it tight and it'll close up your box. And I'm going to probably end up with my ribbon. No, I'm good. So I'm just going to clip that a little bit. Look how pretty it looks together. See that? It's so pretty. All right, so now we're ready to put on our little banner, or belly bands, I guess. And all I do for this is I center this in the middle, and I usually use my grit paper to see if I'm, you know, centered. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I just start creasing it around the box. This is just the easiest way to do it. And then you can come back and I just will reinforce those. You don't even have to use a bone folder if you don't want. Just make sure they're straight. All right, so we're going to put that one on. I'm going to add some fast fuse to the shorter end here. Make sure they're lined up. I keep popping my box out. It's not full. I only put one candy bar in it. So, all right, and then the next one we're going to do the same way. We're going to do the shaded spruce. And you're just going to start going around it. And again, I just go back and I sharpen these. And again on the, let's see, these are pretty even, so it doesn't matter what side I put it on, but add your adhesive. Set that on the center. Line them up in the back. And then we are going to do the same with our Whisper White. On our Whisper White, we are going to stamp it before, and I like to use the regular Whisper White on this part because it's harder to manipulate the thick one. But I ran out of the regular, so I'm using thick on this one. But it'll be fine. It's easier to fold the regular Whisper White. And I usually have it on hand, but I had two of the thick because I'm using the thick a lot for my cards and for any kind of boxes I make. So that is on my list to order. So now you know where you're going to stamp. I'm going to use the Joy to the World, again, to your world. And we are going to stamp this using Cherry Cobbler. You're going to center it in the middle here. Isn't that pretty? I love the writing and stuff on this. And then we're ready, make sure it's dry. We're ready to adhere it, so I'm going to go ahead and put some fast fuse again on the end here. Make sure you use really good adhesive though. Even wet glue works good. And then we're going to just wrap this one around. And we have our Joy to the World. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these little holly apart. And then we are going to add it to our box. I'm using glue dots for this because it just fits. These are really small, so it's easier just to use a glue dot. And we're just going to put those in the corner here. And then I'm going to grab my little red rhinestones. And we are going to add 3 of them to our little holly there. It's so pretty. Just like that. So there you have it. So this is the box all finished. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Here's the other one. If you need any supplies, you can go to my blog at stampingwithamore.com and shop from my blog. And here is the hostess code. Like I said, if you use the hostess code, I put you in a drawing at the end of the month for hostess dollars to spend. And so I think that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter to get the 12 weeks of Christmas, you still have time. I am starting Monday. This Monday coming, the 24th, will be my first email to you with the first project. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.